there. I didn't want to do this video without having a cup of tea, because I think there's something comforting about having a drink. I've just been sat listening to Emma Blackery's Panic at the Disco playlist and having a think about what I wanted to say, because this video is about measuring up to expectations. Now, I don't want to get any hate from people that I know do care about me and do love me. I know my family loves me. I know my mum and my brother and a lot of my family do love me and care about me, and I know that there are friends of mine that do love and care about me and have positive things to say about me. What I mean by not measuring up to expectations is not necessarily measuring up to expectations that you make for yourself and what you think people want from you. Growing up, I always said things like, when I got to like 25, 30, I was going to start having kids and all that stuff. Obviously, making plans seems to be a mistake that I make. And I have all these big plans for this year, same as I have big plans, not resolutions or goals as such, but plans that I make every time a new year comes in, and I just know the majority of them by the time we get to the end of 2018 are not going to have been achievable, especially financially. My current financial position does not actually make it possible without borrowing, etc., for me to be able to go to Disney in Paris like I want to, or to go and visit my friends Marta and Ian in Edinburgh, or to go and without like looking up deals and things like that. I'm not trying to break promises or let anybody down or let anybody think that they're not valuable to me or anything like that. The fault is not with anyone else, the fault is with me and the expectations that I think that people have of me because of how they've spoken to me. I know I've made a lot of mistakes in the past when it came to finances, not just my finances but other people's finances, and I've been accused of, or had it suggested that I was asking without asking, by saying that I didn't have the money to be able to do things I wanted to do, and then going and spending money on takeaways or paying for stuffed bears and going and buying canvases to do paintings on and stuff, when I don't think I've got any particular talent for painting. I don't think I've got any particular talent for any of the things that I actually do. It's a lack of faith in myself, and a lot of this has stemmed from how people have addressed me when it comes to it. I've had jobs in the past, cleaning jobs, assembly operative jobs, volunteering in different charity shops and stuff like that. And for the most part it was for experience, but it was also because it was expected that I go and earn my own money and so that I can afford to go and do things, pleasurable things. And that's not wrong, it's just that going and doing, I have had mental health issues since I was 15, and they've varied between just being depression to depression, anxiety to really serious aspects. And I always want to be open and honest on my channel, which is why I've discussed this, but I haven't done the jobs for pleasure, and I haven't done the jobs for myself. I've done the jobs because I know people don't keep wanting to using their money to help me do things or have things. So I go and do it because even though it's not something I enjoy, it'll earn me money, which will stop me from asking other people for their money. So there's no pleasure in it. I know a lot of people don't have pleasure in their job. Like, they just do it for the same reasons that I'm doing it, so they can have a wage packet, so they can go and do the things that they want to do with their life. I've gone and got qualifications for things that I then haven't actually used any further. Like, I got qualification in peer mentoring, haven't taken up any offers to do anything in regards to that. Got my GCSE English, got a 6 and a distinction, but haven't done anything with that. Have different qualifications in things, but not done anything with them, because it's going to fall back into, I'll have to get another cleaning job so that I can afford to live. I'll have to get an assembly job, operative job, so I can afford to live. And things like that. It's about measuring up to people's expectations. I've never measured up to the expectations of people, especially particular family members, because the way my life panned out isn't how my life was intended to pan out, how I expected it to pan out when I was a kid. Like I said, I wasn't going to have any children of my own until I was 25 or older, and I already had a 5-year-old by the time I was 25. And I got pregnant with a second child, and had the second child by the time I was 26. So I had 2 children by this point when I would have only had 1, and nothing actually panned out like it was supposed to. And I've never done a job that I found fulfilling and enjoying doing it. I wanted to write a book when I was a kid, and I got very close to having a story that was really good, and I have parts of stories that are really good, but I've never wrote that book. I've never achieved the things that growing up, being fascinated by writing and the genre and stuff like that I've wanted to do, and I feel like I haven't achieved and measured up to my own expectations as well as other people's expectations. So same as what I was saying in my New Year's resolutions / goals video, none of us should make goals or have expectations of ourselves, or other people shouldn't have expectations of us that are not realistic, because you might have children earlier in life than you expected or later in life than you expected. Things might go wrong with that, things might go wrong with other things, relationships might break down, that includes friendships and stuff. So I just wanted to do this chatty video to say that no, I don't measure up even to my own expectations, and feel that I'm good enough, despite, I mean, a lot of it is a lack of self-belief, and it's no good friends going, oh, if you say that about yourself, I'm going to have to give you a slap or give you a shake or something, because it's part and parcel of how your thoughts end up settling when you do have mental health issues and stuff. You can have a lack of belief in yourself and think that, oh, it's no good sending that poem or that short story or whatever off to anyone, because it isn't actually as good as some people might be making out that it is and stuff. So it's all about just doing a chatty video. It's about, yes, I have a lack of faith even in doing my YouTube. Every time I lose a subscriber, that can affect me and stuff, especially if I'm in a period of time where I'm not feeling particularly up in regards to my mental health anyway. If I'm feeling depressed and anxious anyway, through lack of sleep and other things, then I'm not gonna have faith in my channel. I got to the point of even saying I was going to quit it completely, which I obviously haven't, but I could have done. So this is just my video being open and honest with you guys on my channel. I want you, especially this year, to know just how difficult it can be for me too, especially as someone who's such a small YouTuber. When people say small YouTubers, and they talk about having only like 10,000 subscribers or whatever, right? I'm a really small YouTuber. I'm not even on the radar of these people that have 10,000 plus subscribers for the most part. They wouldn't even know who I was. Well, some of them will because they've met me, but I don't think they're sitting watching my videos or anything, or even really most of the time noticing that I'm there. So if you want to do YouTube, if you want to do things that you don't feel that you can do, at least try to do them. I'm gonna this year try to achieve things that don't necessarily require me having a lot of money. I'm gonna try really hard to not have to ask anyone else to borrow money for anything. I do want to go to Disney in Paris because I haven't been to France since 1993. I know that I've got this cruise that I'm going on with my mum and brother, for his birthday. I've got Summer in the City in August. I've already said that I want to shave my hair off for charity in August. I don't even have a venue or someone to actually do that, so we don't even know if that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to not happen because I'm not backing, because I don't want to do it. It's if I can't find somebody that I trust to do it and find a place to actually do it, then we can't do it. So that's the only reason why it's not me backing out. It's if you don't have a venue and you don't have someone that you trust to do it without being silly, and trying to shave stupid things into your hair that you can't do it. But I don't want to let anybody down. So just going back to, don't try to set things, especially when you're poorly, that you probably won't be able to achieve. But do try, and we'll try together to take baby steps with doing things this year. And some things are free. Some things you don't have to pay a lot of money for, like going over to Disneyland and stuff. And I will try and go and visit Marta and Ian, and I will try and go and visit Tina, who lives near Brighton as well. I don't want to make false promises to anyone about what I'll do this year, but I'm going to try, and we can all try together. I'm going to try to go back to the gym as well, because I've only been that once. I'm going to try to cut out buying takeaways and buying things I don't need, so that I can save the money up. I'm just going to have a bit more self-restraint when it comes to it. But if you do like these chatty, honest videos that I've been doing this since August 2016 now. So, I feel like it's okay to be a bit more open on the channel. If you do like these videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, share to Twitter and Facebook and other social media, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.